Hello all. Well, I'm leaving work and it's light out. It seems to be staying lighter longer, which is very nice. I hate leaving in the dark. So I made a vow to myself in 2026. One, that I'm going to get healthier. Stick with it, because it was from this past Monday that just passed 2 days ago, 8 months to my son's wedding. It's gonna be here before we know it. And it's been freezing here, but it's starting to warm up. It's 54 degrees. It feels colder than that, but it's 54 degrees. So, eating healthier, went food shopping last week. Didn't do too bad last week, but didn't do great. And doing much better this week. Saturday night, met my singles group. At the place, I had soup and a salad. I had a Cobb salad with very little dressing. And it has grilled chicken. You can get crispy chicken, but I chose the grilled chicken. And then was dancing all night. And so burning calories. I will admit, Friday went nowhere. Sunday, nowhere. And then Monday, after work, went food shopping. And I actually did very well. In manufacturer's coupons, I think, on things on sale, $16.99. Remember that. I remember that part. Not manufacturer's coupons. Store coupons, I forget how much. I really don't even know a ballpark. And then the manufacturer's coupons, it was like $26 or $28. In total, I saved $50, and I want to say 51 cents, but it wasn't $51. It was $50 and then change. And like I said, I want to say 51 cents, not 100%, but very proud of myself. I spent $94.96, so did very well. And then I bought vegetables, I bought chicken, I did buy Yasso bars, which are, anybody that's not familiar with them, they're frozen yogurt bars. I bought yogurt, Greek yogurt, fruit. I bought chicken from the deli and turkey from the deli, sliced turkey. Did buy provolone cheese. I do need a little bit of cheese. I bought wraps, whole wheat wraps, and I did a lot of comparing because they have these carb friendly ones that my boss gets, but the sugar in them is outrageous. So that doesn't make sense to me, because there were like 0 carbs or 1 or 2 carbs, but the sugar was anywhere like 22, 28, and I'm like, okay, if it's high in carbs, carbs turns into sugar, sugar turns into sugar, so that was ridiculous. So I got ones that had like 11 sugars, I want to say 11 or 12. Carbs was very low. Carbs was somewhere around the same number. And then fiber was like 5, I want to say. there was ones that were carb balanced, and it was like there was just as many carbs as there was fiber, so they like put 0. No, I'd rather, and like I said, the sugar, the carbs was low, the fiber wasn't like off the charts. Some of them, the fibers was like 10, 12, I don't know, something crazy. But again, either the carbs were really high or the sugar was really high. So I don't want that. So I also bought hummus. I bought roasted garlic hummus. And in the morning for breakfast, I've been having Greek yogurt with fruit, with fresh fruit, plain Greek yogurt. I actually looked because they had this yogurt on sale. Greek God yogurt or Great God yogurt, something like that. And you were allowed 4. And I'm like, oh, if the dates are far enough out, I'll get them. Well, all 4, this is January 5th. I was at the store. All of them at the ShopRite by me, a Saker ShopRite, had January 4th. I took all 4. I brought them up to customer service and I said, I wanted to purchase these and I can't because they are expired. They're like, oh, thank you. Now, the ironic part is when my Frank was imploding himself after his mother's death, he sold this guy stuff that was outdated at a discounted price. And that's what ShopRite does. So he figured rather than throw it out, that's what Saker ShopRite does. And maybe other ShopRites do and other stores do. I know my son works for Sprouts, and say it expired this Friday, on Monday, they go on special. Not after they're expired, before they expired, to try to get rid of them. So, I don't know if other stores do that, to be quite honest. But I was really like, I was mad at myself for not taking a picture and saying, shame on you, ShopRite. Like, they fired Frank for doing that. For, oh, we can't do that, whatever. And he's like, we do it all you know, that's approved. And I don't know, it was a whole big thing, but they fired him over this. And I'm like, but they do this all the time. And they're like, oh, there's protocol because he took it upon himself to mark them down and sell them to this guy. Because the guy asked, oh, do you have any that like expired yesterday or the day before? You know, it's a sell by date. And someone said, oh, that's a suggested date. No, it says sell by. Some things do say use by date. And so I was just upset. And I looked at the honey yogurt and the sugar was crazy. And then there was vanilla honey. I'm like, oh, maybe half, you know. So I'm like, oh no. And I'm finding it really tough to eat the yogurt. So I have 2 big heaping tablespoons with a whole cup of blueberries. I've been eating blueberries. Although at home I have raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries. And I think what I'm going to be doing is putting them in my bullet and pureeing them for next week. And I'll probably freeze some of them. So this way I mix it in with the yogurt and it's more, I think it'll be more flavorful. So I do have a big thing of Greek yogurt that I bought to make my quiche because Bowl & Basket was the cheapest. And it wasn't much more to get a big gigantic one than a smaller one. So 1/2 the size. I think it was like, I don't know, 50 or 75 cents more to get double the size. Something crazy like that. I could be wrong on the amount, but that's that. So, I've been doing that for lunch. I've been having my on a wrap, spreading it with hummus first, then a couple pieces of cheese, then my chicken, my turkey, 1 slice of ham, and 2 slices of salami. And is the ham and the salami so healthy? I don't know. But never seen so much traffic on the street, especially on the 4-way stop. But instead of mayo, I learned this on Biggest Loser. I learned they were mixing. They taught the people. They're like, oh, could you mix with tuna rather than mayo? And someone's like, mustard. They're like, and they said hummus. So I bought a big thing of hummus. So I have it at work. I think tomorrow, I bought the pre-made packets. I might tomorrow have some hummus and tuna. Bring in the tuna packets. I think they're Starkist, and they're garlic and herb. So it'll be real garlicky. And I did meet my friend for dinner last night, and I had this thing at Chili's, and it's a salad with and the dressing. Now I asked, is it spicy? Not really. Well, I've learned that not really means yes, holy hell it is. And ranch dressing. So I was not happy because I had to ask him for the little cups. 2 additional little cups of dressing, of ranch dressing, because it was so freaking spicy. I had to cut it down. So now I know, because he brought, when I said, oh, can I have more dressing? And he said, he brings me this little cup with red stuff in it and a little white. And I go, what is this? This is the ranch. And he's like, yes. I go, because it says it's ranch, whatever. It does not say anything about another dressing. I go, and this is, and he did say the name of it. I don't know. I said, this is spicy, isn't it? He goes, a little. I'm like, a lot. Can you bring me another ranch? I'm not going to use this. Oh, okay. He goes, well, this is mixed in. The 2 of them, I'm like, hence the reason. And I actually, because of my throat thing, my stomach with my throat, I actually started to choke. I had to go into the bathroom because it came up. And that's when I decided I need. And I actually had to get a Diet Coke because Coke seems to cut down on the spice. So now, right now I don't have makeup on, but I'm actually, so that's what I've been doing. And Monday night when I came home from shopping, I didn't feel like eating. But I said, I need to eat. So I had Wheatina. Anybody that doesn't know Wheatina, look it up, whatever. With a little pat of butter on the bottom of the bowl before you put the Wheatina in. And I made it with almond milk. It says to make it with water, but my grandmother always made it with milk. But I made it with almond milk, unsweetened. And then after that, I hate this 4-way stop. And then a teaspoon of sugar. And for this the last time I used the sugar in the raw, and it was okay, but you really have to use white sugar and granulated sugar. I don't know why, but it works so much better. And it kind of, the sugar and the butter melt together and kind of float up the sides, and then you mix it all, and it gives it just a hint of sweetness, and the butter, I guess, gives it flavor. So, and I do 2 serving size. So I cook a 2 serving size. So I eat a 2 serving. Probably not the best to do 2 servings, but I find 1 serving doesn't fill me up. So I did that for dinner. Last night when I came home, the night before, Monday night, I marinated the chicken, I cut up eggplant, well, half the eggplant, I cut up all the eggplant, but I took half of it, chicken, Flavor Bomb tomatoes, eggplant, zucchini, squash, and and I think that's it. Oh, mushrooms. Big thing of mushrooms. I used all the mushrooms and used all the chicken, and the other half of the zucchini, squash, and eggplant, I put it in a freezer, Ziploc freezer bag, and put it in the freezer. But the rest I divided into 2 bags, Ziploc bags, freezer bags, because they're heavier. And I took a balsamic dressing with some seasoning and garlic and marinated it. And then last night, when I got home, put it all in a big foil pan and put it in the oven and cooked it. I almost actually went to bed forgetting that it was in the oven. I'm sure the smoke would have woke me up. But I actually was laying down, was half asleep, and then I got up to go to the bathroom, and I didn't take my watch off. I don't take my watch off until I know I'm ready, because the charger is in the bathroom outlet by the sink. So I turned around and I hadn't taken my watch off, so I knew I was getting up again. I wasn't gonna fall asleep. And when I got up at like 10:30, I was like, ooh, I left the stuff in the oven, and I was smelling it. So I went and took it out. Went to then. No, I didn't go back to the bathroom. I took it out. Then I got containers, and I put it in. It was enough for 6 containers. 1 big piece of chicken in each one. And the chicken is so tender that I'm probably can shred it, which I might do it and eat it like that way with the thing. But I left one out for tonight. And the other ones I put in the freezer. Because tomorrow night I'm going to my friends for dinner. Or we might be going out, because it is like, today it hit in my car 54 degrees, which is insane because it's been like 22 degrees. That was Monday. My car did not want to move Monday morning. And that was, when I went off to work. So it probably was colder before then. But, so I left one out. The rest went in the freezer. I'll take one out tomorrow night when I get home for Friday night. So I have 6 of them. So after tonight, I'll have 5. 5 are in the freezer. Then after Friday, so I have them to eat. And then, Kohl's, I got a phone call from the manager, Steve, nice guy. And he said, I just wanted to give you a call. This season we won't be able to keep any of the seasonal help. This year we won't be able to keep any of the seasonal help, blah, 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 blah. We really enjoyed, you working with us. We thought you were a great employee, blah, 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 blah. And which was very nice. It was very long and very nice message. And that he welcomes me to reapply in March when we have our busy season to watch, online. And so I'm like, oh, well, that's very nice of him. And I did go for my upper GI, for my stomach. I'm meeting with the physician's assistant. Oh, shit. The physician's assistant, because, okay, I'm hoping this car's going to stop. I don't know why we're backed up all the way, like, almost down this whole road, which is, I don't know. It's good. I don't know if it's a mile. If it's not, it's close to it. So 3/4 of a mile we're backed up from the light, I would say. I'm gonna clock it. But so the 22nd I meet, because the physician's assistant actually assists him in the surgery. So he is away. So to get me in there and to get this rolling, because she can schedule this, that's like not 100%, but like 99.9%. She's going to talk to her. She said Thursday, which is tomorrow, because I talked to her yesterday, and she said she's just going to make sure that the physician's assistant is comfortable, and they do have my results, and I have umbilical hernia. I have scar tissue around it. It's with obstruction, I believe. And in reading, my friend goes, oh, that's probably all your breathing issues and stuff. And I'm like, then I'm reading it and I'm like, yes, it can cause breathing issues because it pushes up. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I've had breathing issues since 2019. And no one has said, oh, that hernia you have could be, you know, interfering as well. So that is that. And so it depends on when my surgery is. If and when I would like to reapply to Kohl's, but in the meantime, I will do DoorDash. And we're just not moving. Something is going on here. But tonight I do have music bingo for my singles group, because my New Year's resolution is to attend at least one function a week, and actually try to do one function during the week, something like this, like just a dinner, trivia, bingo, but also I committed to Saturday night. Okay, that was like 0.6 miles from when I said, and it was backed up before that, so it was probably about 3/4 of a mile. Now we're moving like nothing is wrong. Who the hell knows? Twilight zone of traffic. So I'm going to that tonight. There was this guy Joel that I know. He was going, and then my mechanic, who's also in the group, Sal, I knew him. They've both backed out now. So, but to me, I look at it, there's other people that I know of. There's this one guy that took my seat on New Year's Eve, even though I had my shawl over it, my pocketbook over the back of the seat, and my phone right there in front of, you know, the spot. And he plopped his butt down. He came after me, and I didn't say anything. Okay, but when I went to eat, I was like, excuse me, can I sit in my seat to eat? He goes, what? I go, can I sit in my seat to eat? I thought maybe he didn't fucking hear me. And he just gets up and storms off. Well, he put himself, one of the first people to put himself on the wait list. And I don't know, there's just something about this guy that gives my gut feeling like creep. Like creepy guy that does weird shit in his mother's basement and still lives with his mother. And I could be judging wrong, so forgive me if I am, but that's just the vibe I get from him. And I'll be shocked if people know him, because he really didn't talk to a soul at the, so maybe he's shy. I don't know. Like I said, I could be taking him wrong. I don't know about that, but whatever. So, and yeah, they want us there at 6:30. I was gonna wash my hair, but I'm just gonna use the straightener on it. And in case you couldn't see, I don't know, I think I did a video since New Year's. I'm pretty sure, but I got the hair done. So I've been leaving it down. I don't put it up when I first get it colored. And I think part of it is because on the second day, I usually put it up when it's, you know, been a while since I had it colored, because to me, it looks better up, because it looks kind of greasy looking down. And when I put it up, it doesn't look so. So I don't know. I don't like to wash it every day. I probably really should, but people are like, no, it looks fine. And my old boss before this job, she would wear her hair down one day. The next day, it would be pulled back in a ponytail. And the reason, same thing, because every other day she only washes her hair. And she's same thing. She would I don't know, slicks it back, puts stuff in it to slick it back. And she's like, if I leave it down, it looks gross. Like, it looks a little gross. So she pulls it back. Well, hence the reason, I do the same thing, because it looks better, in my opinion, than down. Because down, it looks, I don't know, looks like I didn't wash it. When I pull it back, or put it up in a twist with a clip, I just feel like it looks better. But maybe I'm wrong. Who the hell knows? But I am home. I have to go inside, get ready. I have to brush my teeth. Even though I'm like a person that brushes my teeth in the morning, in afternoon, sometimes at work. Now, I will do it after dinner and then before I go to bed. Not always after dinner, but so I'm a person that usually at least 3 times a day I'm brushing my teeth. So I don't know, today they feel very weird. I don't know why. I didn't brush them at lunch because I sat actually at my desk doing bids, eating my lunch, and didn't think of it. I really feel disgusting. My teeth. I don't know. I think because my father's mother didn't have great teeth. She didn't lose them, but they weren't great. And my mother's mother, not great teeth at all, that she was missing teeth. My mother had to have teeth pulled and false teeth very young. I want to say late 40s. So I'm very conscious about my teeth. So my in-laws did not have great teeth. So like me, my daughter is my son, not so much. He's better with his teeth now, but I used to have to fight with him. Like when he was little, and then he got to that certain age, preteen age and tween age and teen, and he wasn't so great. And now he's getting better as he gets older. So, plus his daughter's on him. He's on his daughter, and so then his daughter goes, Did you? So, did you floss today? Did you do this today? So then he does, and because she makes him feel bad. So, but alrighty. My niece is texting me. I don't know why. Unless my son went to court today, and the judge believes 75% of what he was saying was true. And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, 75%. The reason probably is because he can't say 100% because he wasn't there. He didn't witness it firsthand. So, but to me, if you're saying more than 50%, you're saying 75%, you're pretty much saying, I believe you, yet you're telling the truth. So, my granddaughter was awarded a guardian, and it's someone from the courts that will look at her reports, all her statements, everything she said to the Child Protective Services, to the school, people at the school, to the court person, and I think interview her and then decide what is in the best interest of her. And I'm hoping and praying to God, because the judge also found that he believes that her mom knew what was going on, and believes that her mom and the stepfather lied when they said they didn't believe her, and they believe this is all a lie, and that it didn't happen. Well, they're saying she's a liar and it didn't happen. The judge does not believe them because of her stories being consistent, and my son's story was consistent with what she told them when she was interviewed, and her story is consistent in every report to CPS, to the police, to the principal, to her teacher, to the principal, to the school social worker, to her therapist. So if a kid tells that many people over a period of a couple weeks, if they're lying, they're not going to remember it that good that they're going to give the same account over and over again. So I'm hoping that the guardian sees that, all those reports, and says, yeah, we believe this child, because where is, I don't know where. Oh, here's my water. I have to bring a water inside. Not that I don't have water in the house, and I have to leave some in the car. But I have to have a sip, sorry. But, so I'm going to go in, get ready, change my shoes, change my pants. Not sure about I think I might change my shirt. And fix my hair with the straightener. And do something. And when I come back out, I believe my makeup is in here. I don't know. I had my daughter-in-law. I forgot one of her gifts. Yes, makeup. Oh, just what you wanted. Me up close and personal. So that is the update here with me. So, I have not reached out to either of the two gentlemen that are constantly in touch with me, since New Year's Eve. So, and I tried to post pictures of me at the New Year's Eve, and everybody said I looked fabulous. And I felt fabulous. I felt really good. My hair was done. I went for my hair that day, my makeup. I had a dress on that I love, that I think makes me look good. And yeah, so, all right. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.